All right. So welcome to Long Island LINL Radio interviews. I am Lou, and I have a really, really special interview tonight because for the first time, I'm kind of branching out into like a different aspect of music here on Long Island. So I have 4/5 of the band, Hayley's Emotional Fallout, for an interview tonight. And I'm really thrilled to have them here, and I appreciate them doing this because, like I said, I want Lionel Radio to be, just about music in general. And so I'm psyched to have these folks represent, that area here. So welcome, guys. I'm going to give you guys the floor for a little bit, maybe just to say hello and talk about your band a little bit, and what folks would expect to see when they come to see Emotional Fallout. Go ahead.
Well, I think you were asking how we were founded, right? Can we start there? Natalie, why don't I start with the first part about EFO, and then you can talk about Hayley's and how that came about. That sounds good. So we started out as a cover band, Emotional Fallout, and still continue as that. And that really started with, like 3 years ago, I put an ad out on Facebook because I wanted to start a band, because I had been with School of Rock for many years and as an employee, and was ready to start my own band. And Natalie and I met at this guy's house on Eastern Long Island, and we were jamming with these older guys. And I'll never forget that Natalie and I put on a Paramore song, and this guy like literally ran out of his own house. He was like, "This is not at all what I want to play."
He's like, "I can't play these kind of drums."
And Natalie and I are looking at each other going, "Well, what do you want to play?" And all the things he's throwing out are definitely not in her range, definitely not what we wanted to play. So we decided to walk away from that. And I said to Natalie, "Hey, do you know a guitar player?" And then she said, "Yeah, actually I do." And then we held auditions for drummers and a second guitar player, and brought in Ed and Mark after she brought Matt in. But I'll just never forget that story of her and I just kind of looking at each other going, we drove this guy out of his own house and he ran out into some other part of the house and had a temper tantrum because he didn't want to play Paramore. Yeah. So you can take over, Natalie. I always think that story always makes me laugh. And I think it's just an auspicious beginning for the band.
So yeah, that's exactly what happened. He started throwing out some really like old school classic rock, and not that I have anything against it, it's just not what I wanted to do. So when she said, "Do you know a guitarist?" I said, "You know what? I actually met a guitarist at a random Warped Tour band show." And we switched Instagrams, and I went through my Instagram and I just started searching for like somebody that I could have sworn the name was Matt, and it was. I only had one Matt on there, and I was like, "Hey, we met a while ago. Are you doing anything musically? You play guitar, right?" And it just kind of fell into place like that. So, yeah, that was like 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So when I met Matt, I was actually singing a Paramore song with the Warped Tour band, and he came up to me and was like, "Oh, you guys are great. Paramore is my favorite band. I'm a guitarist." And I was like, "Ooh, I've always wanted to put a Paramore band together." So it kind of just I took his information because of that. And I was like, if anything ever happens, I'm going to hit this guy up. And it ended up working out. So Emotional Fallout started off as like, we had like a Paramore song. And I was like, okay, I need to grow this. Mm-hmm. I need to add more. So we kind of just keep adding. And now, we get a lot of requests of doing Paramore tribute nights. So Hayley's Emotional Fallout grew out of that. Just kind of easy to make the transition. To have two options makes us a little bit more marketable.
I was going to say, because I was looking at, I try to do my homework. I try to familiarize myself with the groups and the artists that come on, and I was looking into things, and I it seemed like you can almost see a progression of pardon me, like sort of the tribute mixed with the covers, and then now all Paramore. So I guess it's just a matter of you guys. It's the demand for it and learning the material, I guess, right?
Depends. We have both aspects covered. So if somebody's looking for a cover band, we do cover. If someone wants a tribute band, then we can do tribute. So we can do either or.
What are if you don't mind me asking, what are like? Can you guys throw out some like non-Paramore titles, just so I get an idea of what the other.
Oh, we do like My Chemical Romance. We cover Taking Back Sunday, Dashboard Confessional, Avril Lavigne, Alanis Morissette, Kelly Clarkson.
In the
Fall
same.
Out Boy, Jimmy Eat World. Come on,
We have
Matt,
the
you throw out some.
Yeah, so I shouldn't expect to, like, an old guy like me shouldn't expect to take a nap at one of your shows, is what you're saying.
No, absolutely not. We even throw in for old guys like you and old women like me, Pat Benatar. We have a couple Pat Benatar songs.
Yeah,
She's
well,
a Long Island girl, so
yeah, of course. And if that is as mellow as it gets, then I know what type of show it is. That's great. And Ed's not saying much, but not everyone
Never says much.
Yeah, but not everyone can play the drums to Paramore tunes. The guy you drove out of his house is an example, but I'm sure there are lots of other examples. So the rhythm section is complex with these tunes.
Yeah, for sure.
It should be acknowledged. It's I've played one or two of the songs in my journeys, and so fortunately I didn't play a rhythm section though. So I had easy parts. When you play keyboard, you could fake very easily. So but I wanted to ask you guys about recent shows.
We can hear you, Ed. Turn on your speaker.
Oh.
He's saying something, but we don't hear him.
Yeah, what do you...
I'm back on. Sorry.
Okay. What are you going to say, Ed?
I was going to say, yeah, playing Paramore songs are a lot of fun. I play them sometimes a little too fast, but they're great.
Too fast?
Okay. We sometimes have like a very pop punk version of some of these songs.
That's funny. Okay. That's funny. You got to watch The Quiet Guy. But so you've I don't know in what order you feel like taking. I see that you've played a couple of shows recently. Blue Point Brewery. I was watching a little bit of the video of that.
We were just there.
Was Nostalgia Fest something recent or?
That was in July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was all 90s, and they had a skateboard park. They had all these
that was a cool
throwback food trucks and vendors and booths, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, being a 90s gal myself, or musically, it was actually pretty cool to play all of our 90s songs.
And that was in Mineola, I believe, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Okay. And Blue Point Brewery was on 1107, and that looked like a fun show. That
was a lot of fun. Yeah, that one we got to do a full Paramore night.
You had some folks singing along, I think.
Yeah. So, just like actual Paramore, we bring somebody up on stage with us to sing Misery Business Bridge. It's cool. One of my favorite things to do, because that's like a dream of mine is to actually do that, and it'll probably never happen.
Yeah, okay.
So I do that for somebody else.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's always an exciting part of the show because
we just never know what's going to happen.
We never know what's going to happen. If the person is going to be really into it, on rhythm, or if they're just going to completely throw us off. In practice, Natalie will just sing it completely just off tempo, and we have to try and get it in.
I butcher it during rehearsal just so they can get used to not following the vocalist, just in case.
I knew I liked you guys. I could.
That was a fun show because we had kids and dogs at the brewery, so that was a lot of fun.
Dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's definitely a different atmosphere.
We try to make our shows fun. At the holidays, we do a Halloween show. We do a holiday Christmas, oriented show. Try to engage the audience a lot, get them to sing along. So we think our shows are pretty fun for spectators. We hope they are, at least.
Do you plan on having that same type of fun on November 21st at Katie's in Smithtown?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like how I take it ready for that? Yeah. No, I'm a school teacher, so I'm good about doing my homework. Now I'm gonna pardon me. I imagine that this is not your first time at Katie's, or
no, we were just there actually in August for my birthday show.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a Paramore show actually, because it's my birthday, so I have to pick my favorite songs to sing.
And I may have missed it, but is this a Paramore show coming up?
No.
No. It's
the 21st is a regular mixture of all the things.
Cool.
But the 28th is a Paramore show, right? The one at
Whiskey Rocks. The 28th is a Paramore show.
Oh, okay. You know what? You guys slipped that one past me. I didn't. Yeah.
So we kind of got thrown onto that one a little bit last minute.
Okay. Yep. See, you see.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys ever been at Whiskey Rocks before? Or
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
we've been to Whiskey Rocks.
Yeah.
That's a
almost
great
becoming
venue. They have
our
great
de
sound
facto
guy, great
new
stage.
home base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a
So
lot of fun there.
Oh, cool. It sounds really good. That's probably why I've never played there. Yeah, but I was just curious about it because I haven't been there yet. But I played
Yeah,
at
it's really
TC's
nice.
other place at Village Pub in Lindenhurst, but not at Whiskey Rocks yet. But who knows? Maybe maybe you guys, if you want to drag me down to a show, I am looking to get like my blog going. I've been doing reviews of original music, but I like to get a blog going of just um just kind of writing up local events. So maybe you guys can get me to come to one of these.
You are allowed to
events
come
that
to
I
any show. Let me
Cool.
know.
And you might even get to
I'll put
choose,
you on our fake guest list so you can come in for free.
and you could
Do you
sing the
know,
Bridge of Misery business at one of
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
shows.
say, do you know
Oh,
Mr. Jones?
all right. So I have to, because I am somewhat of a rhythmic person, so I'm gonna have to work on being off. The one at Katie's, might be great because I'm a Smithtown person or whatever. So it's nearby.
Yeah.
And I'm familiar with all the hauntings and everything there. I'm very comfortable with that. So
Infamous
the
case.
basement,
Yep.
yeah. So who knows? We'll
Lou,
talk about that.
you're based in what? Wisconsin? Is that what your school
Yeah.
said?
Yep. Yeah. So I'm not 10 minutes from Katie's over there.
Oh, so definitely come by. We go on at 10.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. And like I said, if you would like a little, a very negative and scathing write up. No, I'm just kidding, of course.
Listen, all press is good press.
Yeah, no, yeah, right. No, but of course, once again, you guys would maybe be helping me out getting that
Yeah.
off the ground. So that would be kind
Definitely.
of cool. Awesome. So I'd like to get into, we talked about the recent shows and what's coming. Unless I missed something else, what's coming, feel free to interject, of course,
Oh no.
But maybe I'm always interested in how folks get started. Is it a family thing? Is it a family thing like you're the rebel in the family, you're the one musician, or are you just not, you don't even stand out because everyone's playing music? So I'm just curious. I don't know if you guys feel like taking turns. If you even feel like talking about these things, I definitely feel like listening. So you let me know.
Okay, tell who you want to go first.
Karen, why don't you go first?
Okay.
And you spoke up, so
Oh, sorry.
how it is in class.
Okay, so learning to play bass guitar was my midlife crisis, so to speak.
Cool.
Both my kids are musical. My son did marching band in high school and in college. My daughter did School of Rock for over a decade, and I was not allowed to really become musical as long as they were doing it because that was their thing. So I was riding horses, getting injured. Finally decided to give that up when I was 50 and decided to pick up another hobby. Both my kids had left the house. I was an empty nester. So I actually got hired at School of Rock by the owner as a marketing consultant. And I helped open a school in Queens, and with that got free lessons. I'm thinking, okay, free lessons, free adult band. So I did that for 5 years until I put that ad in on Facebook that we already spoke about, where I met Natalie. So for me, this is like something to do in the second half of my life, so to speak. It's my way of, I'm not good at meditating. I can't think about nothing. So for me, music is my meditation. It's what gives me an outlet for all the other garbage that we have going on in our life, because I can really focus on my music and my band and all of that. And I love the music that we play. I have to say that I've always been an alt rock, 80s alt rock, 90s alt rock grunge kind of person. But the younger folks in the band who are all represented here have really introduced me to emo and a lot of the 2000s and up bands like Paramore and Fall Out Boy. And I love it. And now I listen to the same music my kids listen to, and that makes me very relevant to them. And I'm really excited about that. So
Awesome. That's great. Thank you. Now, Matthew strikes me as even quieter than
I'm not quiet, so I don't know what you're saying there. But.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to pick on him next.
Sure.
I'm very comfortable in the teacher role. I'm just saying. I've been doing it for 30 years.
What grade do you teach?
Sadly, 7th and 8th grade.
Oh, middle school.
Yeah, I used to have a nice head of hair. But Yeah, so I'm retiring soon. That's the that's the good part about it.
What district
Congratulations.
do you work in?
I'm sorry.
What district do you work in?
Oh, East Meadow.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
right by me. I'm in Merrick.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So I have about a year and a half left, and I'll be doing LINL Radio interviews all day. But don't distract me. Okay.
Matthew.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, so I guess my story, like I started playing guitar when I was probably like 15. I was really like into like skateboarding and like Blink-182 and like that kind of like early 2000s like pop punk stuff. So I was just really interested in that, and I got my first guitar around then. And I was just always playing. My brother said I had guitar ADD because I would be like playing, my electric guitar 1 second, and then 2 minutes later I'd be playing my acoustic, and then I'd be playing my bass. So I was just really into like that, and like besides just like one instrument, kind of like music as a whole. And then I kind of like just started like I'm good with computers too, so I can like a lot of what I've done is just like recording things by myself, making like kind of like scratch demos, and like kind of just my path as a musician was kind of just always writing songs and composing. And then so I was just doing that for a really long time, and then I ran into Natalie, and she told that story where we the Warped Tour band is a cover band on Long Island that's pretty huge. Natalie goes and sings with them some nights, and I actually saw them at a show, and like she said, I went up to her and we exchanged information because I was actually like just blown away. But yeah, so like a year after that, we got together and started making music, and now actually, as I was saying about like composing and whatnot, we're actually waiting for our song to be released on Spotify right now. So maybe when this comes out, it might align as when our first single drops.
Oh wow!
World premiere.
Oh, I had no idea.
Kind of exciting. Yeah, no, I'm excited because I did that like all just on my computer, and we all like just played our different parts. Ed was recording his drums, and I just took it into my computer and laid down some guitar. Natalie came over and went to my parents' house, laid down some vocals, and polished it up a little bit. So let's just hope it sounds good when it's out there.
I mean, I know at least one radio station that would probably be interested in airing this tune.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, so of course. No, I had no idea. If I knew, we were going into that, aspect, I might have asked about that kind of thing or whatever. But that's great. I'm glad that that came up.
So because we haven't put anything on Spotify yet, I've been really like kind of, I guess, gatekeepy of our one original song that we play at shows.
Yeah,
because
sure.
I don't, not that people are going to steal it necessarily, but I just, I wanted it to be done before we actually like promote it on anything.
Sure. If you guys ever want to talk off the air about, taking care of that kind of thing, I have some experience with it. So we could always talk about that.
But we do play it at our shows. Like we throw it in there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. And fear not, because if you have it recorded, it belongs to you. So that's
now it's finally recorded.
yeah. There was some legal decision in the 70s or whatever. If you record a work, it's yours.
Yeah.
The other protections are on top of that, but fear not. You already copyrighted your work by recording it. So not everyone's aware of that. So, but that's awesome. I look forward to hearing more about that too. So who's next? So no one's getting out of this. I want to hear. Okay, so who are we going to? Ed, the quiet one?
Yeah, I'll go now. It's funny because I've had a love-hate relationship with originals. I enjoy the creative aspect of it, but I've played in original bands before, and aside from the people you bring to the shows, the people at the bar who don't know you can't really connect.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, so the last band I was in before I joined this one, we played like 10 songs, and the first 7 were originals, and the last 3 was like Motley Crue, David Bowie, and like Motorhead, and the place went like bananas, and I was like, we should just play covers.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we wasting our time?
That's a tough
And
road.
so, yeah, and so basically that's when I started to look for a cover band. It took a while too. It took like 5 years to find a cover band, like a one that worked out.
Sure.
And so I'm real, and the fact that we have a couple of original songs is pretty cool too. So you get to scratch that itch also. So
yeah. A couple of original songs now. I thought it
One
was
well, Matt has a
and
few.
like 2 more that we're working on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Matt's got a whole like laundry list of them, and so does Ed.
Oh,
But
cool.
we only have one recorded so
Right.
far. That just happened.
Yeah, I have so many just open projects on my computer that are like anywhere from like a little riff to like a chorus and a verse to like
Song.
a song that's like almost done. Like it's just full of half-cocked ideas.
That's
Yeah.
great. Ed, how'd you get started on the drums?
Oh, I played since I was a kid.
Yeah, huh?
My dad played, my brothers play, so
So you're one of those
I,
that just you didn't even stick out. You just did.
Family of drummers.
Yeah.
yeah, family of
I
drummers.
come from family of music too. That just no one even paid attention because everyone was playing.
Yeah, my downfall is not really knowing like another instrument. Really, I mean, I could play a little guitar, but it not I could do like basics. But my brothers both play piano and guitar and drums, and it makes them a lot more versatile.
Yeah, and
But,
sometimes I think it's easy just to converse your ideas. Between if you're a drummer and you're writing something with a guitar player, sometimes it's
Yeah.
easy to speak the same language. Sometimes
Yeah,
I can't speak drum. So like I
Right.
try to communicate something to the drummer. I'm like, it goes like, and I'm doing weird things, and so if I really,
I mean,
if I knew the drums, if I really knew the language, I'd be able to communicate it better, and I can understand that.
well, the thing today though is like Matt has, you get the software like Ableton, and you could really get in there and do what you want to do drum wise,
Sure.
and then show it to a drummer, which is what Matt did. So
Right.
so
right.
it does
Yeah,
that.
you have that
That's
ability, yep.
yeah. You didn't have that back in the day, but yeah, it's true. You gotta kind of be able to communicate musically with other people, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm really stoked about our band, and I think there's like going to be a lot of original songs coming from us,
And
and
you're
and good
establishing
shows
an
with
audience.
with tribute band stuff.
Yeah, you're establishing, an audience first, and then, hey, here's our original stuff.
Right.
Are you guys self-managed, or do you work with a promoter to do your bookings?
No,
I
we
mean,
just-
Patty Dodge does promote that, like
Mhm.
gets a lot of gigs for us if you're familiar with her.
Yeah.
But for the most part, each of us knows somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
The
kind of-
tentacles
it kind of
are out
gets-
there.
it kind of just becomes like, oh, I'm friends with this band and friends with that band. So when they have something available, they message on Instagram like, hey, are you guys free on this day? That's kind of where a lot of
Yeah,
our shows come
like
from.
it didn't used to be that way, but now it's just like if a band is like, oh, we need someone to fill in for this, or we need a third band for this. That's usually how we get gigs now. It's just like other
Yeah.
people inviting us on.
It's funny because you guys anticipated the next thing I was going to ask, because I had promoters, venues, and bands. And what I meant by that was like other bands that you play with. Are there examples? Can you throw out a couple examples of like some bands that you've done shows with, or?
Well, we just did a show with How We Disappear, which is a My Chemical Romance band.
Cool.
We did a show with Anthurium, which we have another one coming up with them.
Yes, I saw them on your Instagram, and I've been in touch with them a little bit. They seem like nice folks, and I like what they do musically and everything. So,
Down the rabbit hole and the spin-offs we've done a couple times.
Who
Oh,
shows
okay.
with
the spin
Sierra
off.
Cover-
20.
Cover City
Right?
soundtrack. We just did. We were just at
the
Blue Point with
Cover
them, which
City
was
soundtrack. Yeah.
that was a really fun show. They invite us onto Blue Point, which we had never been on before, so that was like a good one for us.
And they have been messaging us. We've gone back and forth with them for like almost the whole like 2 years because we can never link up.
Right.
So it was finally like, hey, we did it.
Yeah, that's cool. If I'm not mistaken, Anthurium is maybe moving in the direction of originals at some point or whatever. I had a little conversation with them.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're where you guys are with recording and releasing something, but they I think their intention is at some point to write something more. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I don't really see like the way and one of the reasons why I wanted to have you guys on is because I don't see it. Like, I think people should be happy playing music. Like, it doesn't have to be originals or covers or tribute or whatever. If you're happy doing it, like, that's the important thing, so.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would guess. And you guys seem like you're pretty thrilled at what you're doing. So you'll be even happier when you see me, my bald head walk through the door at Katie's on the 20th.
When Natalie drags you up on stage to sing this.
Right. Okay, I got to work on that. I got to get ready.
Learn the lyrics.
Yes. Yeah. I have played the tune before. I probably don't know one word that's in it because I was. Yeah.
You're a singer, Lou, or are you a guitar player? What do you play?
I mean, I sing and I play guitar and I also play keyboard. So.
Oh, cool! Wow.
Yeah.
So you do it all.
I do. I do a few different things, but
I wish I played an instrument.
But that night I will be the least rhythmic, most atonal person that you've ever met in your life. So
yeah, I never play worse than when I'm on stage.
Yeah, get ready, band. Get ready for that. Don't let it throw you.
Such a liar.
But you guys are really awesome. I really appreciate you, like, so much. Like, not only just for coming on, but just for providing, an enjoyable conversation. I enjoyed meeting each of you and learning a little bit about your past and everything, even though I had to kind of, assert myself and pry a little bit.
You didn't get Natalie's origin story, though.
Oh, I didn't get it. Yes. Holy cow.
Hers is way most interesting.
You're the singer. Come on.
Karen, you get a gold star.
Thank you.
Let's not wrap this up until we hear the origin story, of course.
I don't really have like an origin story. My mom used to sing.
Okay, so there it is. There's an origin story.
I guess that's my origin story. And when I was really little, I was really big into like Mariah Carey. Mm-hmm. And I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I put on the song Hero. And I was like, I love this song. And I like sang it for her, and she's like, oh, okay, we're gonna work with you. Because my other sisters don't sing. I have two older sisters.
Okay.
And so I just kind of sang, and then my middle sister Amy is a huge Michael Jackson fan. And she used to basically like drill me. I had to learn every song and like do the parts, and she was like,
not easy.
I was like 6, 7, 8 years old in the living room, and for like 3-4 hours straight, we were like just like cracked. Like we were rehearsing for what is on your head? We were rehearsing for something. I don't know.
I guess is that.
And so that's kind of it. I sang in school and musicals and things like that. And then I was in 2 different Paramore tributes prior to this. Back in like 2011, I was in one, and then I had some stuff go on in my family, so I didn't sing for a while. I was in another one that we went around a lot. It was fun, but it was mostly in the city. And then I started singing as a guest singer with the Warped Tour band, and everybody would ask me, "What's your band's name?" And I was like, "I don't have one." And they're like, "Why don't you have your own band?" And I was like, I don't know. It just never really, I haven't been able to find a group of musicians that I'll work with. And then a little bit later, I saw Karen's post, and I was like, she was asking for, a grunge band. I was like, how would you feel about a female vocalist? And she was like, I'm fine with that. So that's kind of where that ended up. And here we are.
And that guy ran crying out of his own house, and here we are.
Yeah.
And now I just try to get up on stage with whatever band wants me to sing with them. Like, oh, you want to come on here? And I'm like, all right, let's go. It's just fun,
I'm just curious what kind of music Mom sang.
Mom actually only sang in Spanish ballads.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was something interesting there. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Thank you for the origin story. And, Karen, of course, thank you for, like I said, you get a gold star for being a teacher's helper. And sure
I won teacher's pet back in middle school, so it hasn't left me.
I see that. You're always watching. Oh, there's an appearance. Danny the cat has appeared.
Oh, a real cat.
Yeah, maybe I'll show him to you, but he's kind of busy licking himself. All right, I'll leave him alone.
Same.
But, but yeah, guys. So, once again, like I said, I really do appreciate you guys. You're helping me, reach into like a new audience. So like I said, anytime, I would like to talk about, blogging your event. That's one thing. And, just anytime that you think I could be of assistance, promoting the show or something like that, just get in touch. Cause like I said, it's all about music. It doesn't, I don't really want there to be a borderline between what we're doing, so that's how
Terrific.
okay. And like I said earlier, if you guys just want to chill out for a second afterwards, I'm just going to sign off. So if you've been viewing this, I appreciate you so much. And if you're on LINL Radio listening to the audio of this, of course I appreciate you. So thank you so much. Thank you to the folks in Hayley's emotional fallout for this sit down and this conversation. Keep listening to LINL. Appreciate you guys. Have a good evening.
Thanks.
Bye.